Hey girl, hey. I heard that you've been having a hard time looking pulled together on a daily basis. I understand. It's hard, but it doesn't have to be that hard. All you need is a few key pieces in your wardrobe, especially for the fall and winter, to look very pulled together all the time. So we're going to have a little chat about that, okay? This is Style Chat TV. So on Style Chat TV, we talk all things style, not just fashion girl, home decor, beauty, a little bit of lifestyle. We're getting into it, okay? I'm Donyalewalton. If you don't know me, I am a brand founder and a lover of all things fashion. And we just need to get on here and chit chat, girl. That's why I named this Style Chat TV. So on today's episode, we're going to be talking all the fall and winter basics that you need to look pulled together all the time, because I know I'm running around just like y'all. I'm dropping off my daughter at school. We ripping and running to the grocery store. There's things to do. And sometimes you just don't feel like putting in a lot of effort, but you don't have to put in a lot of effort if you just have the key pieces in your wardrobe that make you look pulled together no matter what. You feel me? Okay, so then we're going to get into a little bit of beauty with the beauty beat, and I have some home decor finds that I think you're going to love. But first, let's get into my outfit of the day. This is the OOTD. Okay, so today's OOTD is a really cute sheer shirt that I got years ago from Free People. I love that it's the zebra print. I am a sucker for anything animal print, but it's this rust color, so it's perfect for fall. I've learned that I look better in a V-neck, so I love anytime I can find a really nice V-neck shirt. And then this does button all the way down, but I typically do wear it open so it kind of blouses over my pants like this. I really kind of like that look, but I could like tuck it in if I wanted to, and that creates a whole nother vibe, right? These pants, I cannot stop talking about these pants enough. We will get into them later, but I featured them on my Instagram plenty of times. I wear the cream to death, and I wear this black color to death as well. I think I'm gonna go back and get like a camel color, possibly the navy. They just fit too well to like not have them in all colors. And then I also might go and get ridiculous. I also might get the longer inseam so they can look a little better with heels. They just fit so well. They're so comfortable. They are better than some more expensive pants that I have. So I don't know, girl. Do with that what you will, okay? And then I have some Nikes. I put these on my shorts and then on my Instagram as well. I changed out the shoestrings on these just to kind of bring them into the fall trend of like that Miu Miu, New Balance feel. I love how that looks just with the messy shoestrings and kind of mismatched colors. So I got these shoestrings from Anthropologie and just put them in these Nikes. I felt like this Nike in particular was kind of that same shape, like kind of a low profile shoe. So if you do this little hack, I would suggest kind of like a slimmer shoe to do it with, but love this look. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes as to why we're here. We want to look pulled together this fall and winter. Like, there is no reason to be looking like you don't have your stuff together every day. Like, it's really easy if you just have a few key pieces. That's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so we are going to start with the base layer. And to me, that is good long sleeve tops. If you have some good, number one, basics, okay? We want to make sure we have a black, a cream, some type of khaki, a gray, all the neutral colors. If you have those in long sleeve tops that are flattering to you, that you feel good in, and it could be like just form-fitted t-shirts, right? Long sleeve, or it could be turtlenecks, right? It could be v-neck t-shirts, whatever that is, but you want to make sure that you have some good basics. And I say form-fitting tops, almost like this too, like something that can slide under jackets really nice and neat. Sometimes sweaters can get a little bulky and it gets awkward when you're trying to like put on a coat or you don't know which kind of coat to put on because you have all of this like material that you're trying to stuff into sleeves, right? So some good like form-fitting long sleeve tops. I should be showing you some here on the screen. They're going to be really good for you this fall. Now, on top of like the basics, right? Like I said, t-shirts, turtlenecks, you also want to have some good like feel good tops, some like nicer tops with some detail. Maybe there is some detail on the sleeve, maybe there is a nice print to it, something that feels a little bit more elevated as opposed to just a t-shirt. I think t-shirts and turtlenecks are good for layering. They're good for if you just want to throw on some jeans and throw on the top and feel pulled together. But then you also want those nicer, more interesting tops that feels like you put a little bit more effort in, but it's just a top. It's not much more effort, okay? It just looks more interesting. It has a few more details to it, or it has an interesting neckline. I'm going to show you a few here. I love these tops that I got from Amazon. They have a really interesting neckline and a very flattering neckline to where it looks like I just put in a little bit more effort, and it's, again, just a top. I can put it with jeans, I can put it with a nice skirt, I can put it with these slacks that I am in love with, okay? And then I just look really elevated, right? So I would say some good long sleeve tops. Make sure you cover your basics and you have all the colors that you need. Chocolate brown is really good for this season. Khaki color is really good for this season. You want to make sure you like have something to go with almost everything as far as like the basic tops are concerned, and then start to infuse your personal style. I, again, love animal print. A long sleeve top that's going to be a little bit more stylish, and then your basics as well. I think if you have those in your closet for this fall and winter, you're going to feel pulled together all the time. Okay, next up is a really nice bag, right? A good neutral bag, a good kind of everyday bag, but something that feels a little bit more elevated. My grandmother, she had impeccable style, but she would always wear these little like crossbody bags that really didn't reflect her style to me. I know it was like an everyday bag, but I think an everyday bag can still be elevated and be really nice to where you can throw all your junk in it. You're taking it around all the time, but it's still, you know, a part of your personal style, right? So I picked up this one from Quince, which I am obsessed with. It is giving you know who with the woven genuine leather, honey. Yes, genuine leather. And I got it in this really pretty like bone color. I know typically people probably wouldn't go for this bone color or this kind of like creamy color for the fall and the winter, but winter white is a thing. Come on, somebody. Winter white is a thing. This with a camel coat is so gorgeous, okay? I also wore this last week. I've already worn this bag twice. Couldn't wait for y'all, sorry. This bag I wore with my plaid Balenciaga coat, and it is just so good. A lot of plaids have white in it as a base, and so this kind of pulls out the white instead of maybe your obvious black or navy or something like that. This kind of like lifts the look, and I just love this. So it has this top handle, right? So it's giving really like ladylike, demure, got my things together, right? Do it like that and then throw it over my shoulder. And then you obviously can lengthen it even more and have it as a crossbody. And I should be showing you how to do that on the screen here, but love this bag. This is from Quince. Thank you so much to Quince for sending this over. I do have a discount code for you guys to purchase this bag if you're interested. They also have it in other colors as well. I just, again, wanted a bone kind of winter white bag, but they do have it in other colors. So make sure you check the description box for that discount code and link. So next up is something that I love in the fall and winter and in the spring and summer, child, and that is a two-piece set. There is nothing easier than a two-piece set. My daughter had the Halloween parade a few days ago, like last week or something. And I threw on a two-piece set, and I was rushing out the house, but threw on a two-piece set, put on a leather jacket, and I was like, ooh, this is cute. And then when I got up to school, one of the other moms was like, you look so cute. Like, how do you do it? A two-piece set will pull you together so fast, okay? You want to make sure that you get some good ones. I have some sweater kind of material two-piece sets. I have some more like a fleece kind, but they are going to pull you together, because then all you're really thinking about is your coat. All you're thinking about is like what accessories you're going to put with it. But if you get some that fit really well, that look elevated, that are in good colors and good colorways, and then you can break those things up, honey. What are we even talking about? Okay, I love a two-piece set. So I have this one from OGL, and it is the perfect gray, like fall winter color. I also love this one because I can put it under coats that maybe have a slimmer sleeve, because this one is sleeveless. I can put it under coats that have a slimmer sleeve and still be really comfortable. Let me tell you, you're going to be warm regardless in this one, because it's thick. Thicky thick, honey. This two-piece set is very thick. I have a link for you in the description box for this one, and I think it also comes in other colors as well. But I love this two-piece set. I've talked about it on my Instagram, child. Y'all, if y'all are here from Instagram, you're probably tired of hearing about it. Okay, so next up, to look pulled together. Now, it does get cold, especially here in Detroit. Like, it gets pretty cold. So, like, a puffer coat is just something that we need for survival. Okay, like, we can't get around it. But if we're going to do a puffer coat, make sure it's cute. Okay, make sure it has some cute details. Make sure it fits well. A puffer coat can go left really quick, because you can just look like soccer mom really easily. You know, it can give unkept very quickly. Okay, so you want to make sure you get a nice puffer coat. They have so many now that are different lengths, some that cinch at the waist, have really nice details. It's easier than ever to like get a nice one. Okay, so if you're going to get a puffer coat, let's get a nice one. Okay, and I got this one from Quince. It is so cute. I love this chocolate color. When I say love, I mean love. Thank you so much to Quince for sending this over. But this chocolate color is so tea. And what I love about this coat is the details. It cinches at the waist. It has a really nice zipper. The hood, you can put it on or take it off. Like, it unzips completely. It fits really well around the waist. Like, I love this jacket. The quality, it's really the quality for me, because not only is it warm, it has the hand details. Girl, please. Like, the hand details are everything to me. I had a athleisure jacket, you know, the athletic jacket, and it did not have the hand closures. I put it on the other day, and I was like, isn't that standard at this point? Like, what are we doing? Anyway, this jacket is so nice. And again, this color is right on trend. I love a good TJ Maxx, Marshall's fine, but some of them can have a little too much detail to where they're not like a classic. You're not going to get as much wear out of it, to me, or it's not going to be as timeless and elevated for seasons to come. So I love that this one does not have too many details, too many bells and whistles, to where I can wear this for seasons and seasons to come. And again, I'm staying very warm. A nice puffer coat in your closet this season. Again, let's make sure you're being careful with like making sure it does not add to the unkept feeling that we are trying to avoid. Okay, so next up is going to be a nice black dress. A nice black dress, you would be surprised. I had to make sure a dress is just my thing. I did 30 days of dresses. I have over 100 dresses in my closet, okay? You want to make sure you have a nice black flattering dress that you can wear multiple times, okay? I don't want us to be afraid to re-wear our things. You can re-wear them in so many different ways to where it's giving a different vibe. I'm going to show you two dresses. One is a longer dress and one is a shorter dress. And they can take you from a wedding to a funeral, child. From sandals to somewhere formal. But these dresses I got from Rioas. I hope I'm saying that right. And I just think they are so feminine and pretty. And to me, these silhouettes are going to work on most body types. in particular mine, okay? Because I am a boxy frame. I do not have hips. I've talked about this before, but I love this silhouette, this kind of fit and flare silhouette. And then the off the shoulder detail for the longer one is just so feminine and pretty. And this is a chiffon, so you can definitely get away with wearing it in the warmer months. But I really love these dresses. I think they work for several different occasions and they are super flattering. And the split, honey, hit me with a split anytime, okay? Anytime. I love a little leg action, okay? And then the long chiffon sleeves with the shorter one. I don't know. These dresses are just good, okay? They're good because they have some detail, but they're basic enough to where you can have them for years and years and years. No matter what the trends change to, these will still fit into your closet. And being a black color, they work perfectly for the fall and winter months. And you know, they got them fleece little tights. Now, I don't think I would put that on with this, but I would put on probably kind of sheer black stocking or tight and wear that with a nice little strappy closed toe shoe. I think that will work. I think that will work. So make sure you have a good black dress in your closet for the fall and winter months. Okay, now let's talk boots, okay? Because I love me a boot. I love me a boot. I know a boot is like, duh, it's the fall winter, but a good one is going to, again, make sure you feel elevated. It's going to pull the look together. You want to make sure you have your bases covered. I always, with anything in the summer or fall winter, I'm making sure I have a black and a brown option. Black and brown, it may be like a cream tan lighter color. That's going to carry you for the season, right? I typically have a black flat boot, a brown flat boot, and then maybe a heel, definitely a heeled black boot. Now, the heeled black boot that I be wearing now is a very small heel, okay? I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. She is 38. A very small heel. Very cute. Get the job done. It's a knee-high boot. Still, you know, giving you a little attitude, but I have nothing to prove, okay? So I just make sure I have a good, nice quality leather. Okay, so here's my thing. The shinier the boot that's not patent leather, if you're patent leather, fine. But if you are shiny and you're supposed to be leather or, you know, a pleather, because I'm not against a pleather boot, okay? But we want to make sure that it's not shining to the heavens, okay? Because that just looks cheap. And that really doesn't make you look pulled together to me. Pulled together to me equals you look polished, you look clean, and you're not giving cheap, right? It could be cheap. Let me tell you, it could definitely be cheap. It could be affordable. It could be thrifted, whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure that the pieces that you get give quality, right? I can shop anywhere. So it's not about the price. It is just about the quality that it gives off, okay? I remember I saw a picture of myself. I had on these faux suede boots. They were kind of like a dupe to the Stuart Weitzman. Are they the Highland boots? Anyway, I saw a picture of myself and I was like, oh, they look so cheap. Never put them on again. They were just kind of giving like baggy. I don't know. They just looked cheap and I never put them on again. I just could not deal. Now, I say that and I do have some cheap boots in my closet that I just got. I got them from Red Tag. If you're here in Michigan, Red Tag gets like Target's overflow, I guess. And the boots was $7. You know, they're not so shiny, but they just give a little too much shine, you know, because they're cheap. But you can definitely find some good faux leather boots that don't give cheap, okay? A nice boot is going to take you far. All right, next up, I'm a mom and I have a 7-year-old and I'm constantly running here, there, and everywhere. So I'm not gonna act like I am just looking chic all the time. I mean, I do pull it together quite often, but most of the time I'm putting on a sneaker, okay? So I think a good sneaker, something that you could be proud of, okay? Something that you can wear and either dress up or dress down like I showed you in the OOTD. I feel like a good sneaker will take you far. My mom has been doing such a good job at like putting on really cute sneakers and cute little outfits. She's been looking so cute lately. But you want to make sure you get a good like classic sneaker, or you know, even if you get some of the trendier ones now, like a nice sneaker is going to take you far. I personally love my brown Sambas that I have right now, and then I also have a pair of gray New Balances that I pair with so many different things. I wore them with my Balenciaga coat. I will wear them with my trouser pants. Like a good sneaker, I don't want to say that it has to be on trend, but the trends be cute. The trends be trends for a reason, okay? So a nice, cute, trendy sneaker, even if it's not name brand, okay? I have a leopard sneaker from H&M that I love, okay? But again, it's leopard, it adds interest. It's a good, like, low profile sneaker that I can wear with tons of different things. It's going to kind of still keep me looking elevated and not sloppy, okay? Because I know there's some ones that you've been having for years, and I know your Hokas is comfortable. But I just can't with the Hokas, okay? I can in the gym. In the gym, cute. You know, leaving the gym in your leggings, your Lululemon, fine. But you can't pair no Hokas with no jeans, you know? Like, I just can't see it. You can if you want, but you know, get you a good, nice pair of, like, again, New Balance. They have really cute styles, different varieties, right? Some good Adidas, some good Nikes. Like, that's gonna take you far. You know, your On Clouds and stuff, those are performance sneakers to me. I don't see them being a cutesy paired with my baggy jeans. I can't see it. So get you some nice, cute, on trend or classic sneakers. I still love a Van. A white leather Van. Why is it Vans? I can't say. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. That is a classic sneaker. I still have mine. I won't throw them away because when all else fails, I can put on those shoes and they are classic and they're going to go with a lot of things. Again, they're going to go with my jeans. I can put on a dress in the summertime and wear those Vans, you know. Let's stick to something like that to kind of keep us elevated and keep us looking pulled together if we're going to do a sneaker. Okay, next up, obviously it's the fall and winter, so sweaters are abundant and we have to have some sweaters in our wardrobe. But again, just like I said with the long sleeve tops, we want to make sure we have kind of the bases covered, because from there you can go almost anywhere, right? So if you have a nice black crew neck sweater, you can pair that to anything, right? And you have a good solid base to take you wherever you want to go. If you want to put on, you can dress that up with like a satin skirt, or you can put on, again, your loose baggy jeans with that. You can put on a ball cap. You can put on whatever, right? You can dress that up or down. So we want to make sure we have our bases covered with a black sweater, maybe a gray sweater, a brown sweater, or a creamy kind of oatmeal type of sweater. I think those are really, really good for the fall and winter. And I just picked up this one from Quince. And again, thank you, Quince, for sending this over. Quince has the best quality, like, basics that you need in your wardrobe. This one I actually got from the men's section. I love shopping the men's section. Y'all will learn that very quickly here. But I got this from the men's section, and it is a Mongolian cashmere hoodie. And it's ribbed, and it is just so good. I got this one in a small. I am a women's medium, size 8, sometimes 10. And I got this one in a small, and it fits so well. And I just thought a cashmere hoodie was just so fun, as opposed to maybe a V-neck or, again, a crew neck, which I definitely think you need. I definitely have some in my closet. But I thought a hoodie would just be, you know, something fun to add to my closet. Now, I compare this back to, I have a obsession with like mini skirts or like pleated skirts and stuff like that. I compare this back to like a skirt like that, or again, just jeans and some sneakers, right? And I'm still pulled together, and then I put on a nice coat, which we're going to talk about next, and I am pulled together, okay? And the quality of this sweater, I'm just outdone. Okay, and I also like that Quince sends over, once you buy any of their cashmere, they will email you as to how to take care of it. That is top tier, okay? Because how to take care of your nicer materials and your nicer fabrics is very important. So I'm really glad that they send that over. But even if you're not into this look, they have so many women's styles, like the oversized sweaters. Girl, my daughter love an oversized sweater. If I hear another thing about an oversized sweater this season, child, we gonna be an oversized sweater. But they have so many different ones to choose from. So make sure you check that description box for links and a discount code to all the things from Quince that I mentioned today. All right, so I touched on this a little bit earlier, but for the fall and winter, you need you a nice closed toe shoe, okay? Close them toes up. It's cold outside. Why do you have on a jacket, a coat, a big nasty good coat, okay, and your toes out? It's just not making sense. To me, do what you want. Do what you want. You got free will, okay? Do what you want. However, I feel like if we're going to put on a coat, we need to put our toes away, okay? So I think a nice closed toe shoe, and actually I was about to say I only have one. I have 3 pair of heels that have the toe closed. However, 2 of them are like funky colors. I have like a bright pink one and a green one, and then I have a black like lace up one from Zara. And I do think I could stand to have like another pair, maybe a more like basic color pair, because it's just kind of an essential. Now, I will say I am done investing a lot of money in heels just because if I'm real myself, I'm just not wearing them as often. I am forcing myself to wear them more, especially now that I'm going to church. You know, like, why not dress up for church? Or we going out to dinner? Yes, I'm going to put on some heels because I need to wear these heels in my closet, okay? But I think a nice pair of Steve Maddens or a nice pair, even like Aldo, girl, don't be, Aldo still got some heels, okay? They still got some deals, okay? They would be really good for the fall and winter. Now, that could be a pump. That could be a slingback. I know your heel is out, but your toes ain't out, okay? So it's the difference, okay? And then with these shoes, you can put on a nice stocking or tight and be warm. I'm getting to an age where I don't really... Is it age? What is it? Is she really an auntie? I don't want my bare legs out. Ooh, I used to be toes out, legs out, everything out in the fall and winter. But now, let's put on a tight. And let's put on a nice jacket. So that is the next item that I think you should have in your closet for fall and winter to always just kind of look pulled together is a nice coat. You don't want to be caught going somewhere nice, dressed really nice, like really pulled together, and then you have to put on your puffer that we just talked about, or you have to put on a little flimsy leather jacket. You want to have a nice full coat, okay? Even if it's like thigh length, right? More preferably to like the calves, right? A nice coat is going to really get the job done. And you can wear them casually or you can wear them dressed up. I've definitely put on my nice wool coat with a sweatsuit. That is a look in itself. It's like elevated, casual, like kind of chic, like effortless chic, because I put this nice coat on with my matching 2-piece set, even if it's a sweatsuit, right? I pull the hoodie out the back, put on some sneakers, right? You see how it's all tied together? You see how it's all making sense? You put on your sneakers, you put on your sweatsuit, and you put on your nice coat, and then you're out. Or, you know, you have somewhere nice to go. You're going to dinner. You're going to someone's birthday party. You're going to the holiday party. And even if you've just put on some jeans and a nice top and maybe a pair of heels, a nice coat is going to take you there, as opposed to your shiny puffer that's a little too worn, the feathers coming out a little bit, you know, you got keys hanging out your pocket. Let's pull it together with a nice coat, okay? That could be black, that could be a camel coat. I think those two you definitely need. You need a camel coat, right? That's just classic. It's going to take you so many places. You're going to be able to pair it to so many different things. And then black, obviously, right? So right now for fall and winter, we have a black coat, we have a camel coat, we have a puffer. The puffer, you know, that could be your choice of color. But those 3 coats are going to carry you throughout the season. Now, of course, you can throw in a nice little cute crop trench, a leather jacket. Those are nice to have as well. But as far as like essentials for fall and winter, more so winter. These are more winter. For fall, have at it, okay? Maybe that could be a whole separate video. Actually, it is gonna be a whole separate video. As far as essentials go for the winter, we wanna do a camel coat, a black coat, and then a nice puffer, okay? And your puffer, I have the cropped puffer, but again, you can do a kind of like a thigh length puffer that has maybe like a cinch waist, or you can even do the longer ones, still have a cinch waist. Like I think a cinch waist is the key, which most of them come with now. Either you can pull it cinched or they have it to where it's like shaped that way. But I think that kind of gives you a better silhouette, you know, as opposed to the big, the big boxy picking up the kids. You warm for sure. Maybe that's an additional coat that we get to look pulled together and to have those essentials that kind of you can always reach for and look pulled together. A nice shapely coat and then a nice wool black and camel coat. Okay, so we are down to our last two things that I'm going to suggest that you have in your closet for the fall and winter months. And that is going to be a nice pair of pants. Pants, not jeans. Pants, slacks. The way slacks have changed my wardrobe just this year, it's been a game changer. And these pants that I showed you in the OOTD, I've worn them more times than I can count, just like end of summer up until now, right? I've worn them in both colors, and again, I'm going to go back and get more, but it doesn't even have to be these pants. A nice pair of slacks, that could be a slimmer cut if that's what you prefer, but a nice pair of like comfortable slacks. I have worn slacks with a graphic tee. I think that is a really fun kind of like playful look, is to like elevate a graphic tee with a pair of slacks. And I put it on with sneakers, okay? You can put it on again with your slim cut t-shirts, right? Your long sleeve shirts that we talked about earlier. And that's just a super easy and comfortable look. I've also worn that to where it's just like a nice black t-shirt with my black slacks, and like I look way more pulled together than the effort it took. It took nothing for me to put that on, but it looks so pulled together, right? They don't really go out of style, so you're gonna have them in your closet for a long time. Now the cuts may change, you know, the trends and the cuts may change, because now we're into a more looser shape pant, which I prefer anyway, because again, I like to create some volume, but a slack is going to take you very far. Go try some on and just see like which styles, which cuts work best for you, and then take them to the moon, honey. A tank top and a blazer, right? And sneakers and a hat, because then you're casual but you're cute and you're pulled together, and people gonna be like, oh, she got a little style. Yes, okay. All right, so that brings me to my last and final piece that I think you need in your wardrobe to look pulled together for the fall and winter months, and that is a nice hat. A nice hat. I am a sucker for a hat in the fall and winter. Sometimes I can't wait for the fall and winter, right? Because not only can I wear my like baseball caps and my bucket hats, you know, depending on the material of the hat, I can wear my beanies, right? So I just feel like in the fall and winter, I have more options with my hats and things. And I am a hat girl because I love to slap on a wig and slap on a hat. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like slapping on a wig and slapping on a hat. Two hats, really, if you think about it, right? I love to do that because then you really look pulled together. Let's talk about it. Should a wig be the last piece? I don't know. But a nice hat is going to take you far. One, it's going to add personality, right? It's going to add a little something extra. I know a lot of people talk about like the 3-piece rule of like adding just a final touch, right? And sometimes that is a hat, whether that is a nice beanie. And then again, you have to be careful with that, because you have to make sure your beanie is like not ratty looking, because that can take you from looking pulled together to not. So making sure like we're going through our things each season to, you know, maybe I can get rid of this, maybe I need to upgrade this or something like that. But a nice beanie, a nice ball cap. I love me a ball cap, okay? Even like a cute little beret. What? I wore a beret the other day and I just thought like, me. I was feeling real cute, okay? Those are pieces that you need to have in your wardrobe for the fall and winter months. Let's get some good basics in your closet. If you have some good pieces in your closet, some good basics, quality, look good no matter what, right? You don't really have to think twice about like what you're putting on. Now, I think 2 and 3 times all the time. But what I'm saying is more than likely it's going to be easier to look pulled together as opposed to having a bunch of stuff you don't wear, a bunch of things that are outdated, a bunch of things that are ill-fitting. Like, you want to make sure you have your basics that you can mix and match. I don't want to say like a capsule wardrobe because I don't believe in that. I like my things. I like to have options, okay? But kind of those cornerstone pieces in your wardrobe that you can add to that are always going to pull a look together. And let's take it to the timeline to see some people who have gotten this right. All right, so let's take it to the timeline to see who's been doing these things correctly, just so you can see what we've been talking about in action. Okay, so we're going to start off with the creator Shaylin Day, and I think she is so cute. I love her style, and I love how she has on those knee-high boots that we've been talking about. This looks like a nice comfy pair. Like, we don't have to break our ankles anymore with our boots, okay? So love these, and I love how she has a nice bag. That's what we've been talking about. Like, get you a nice bag. And this one is like the same size as the Quince one that I have. Like, it's going to fit your things, right? I don't know. I still love a small bag. It has its place, but a nice bag that's going to fit all your things, I think really makes you look pulled together for the fall and winter. Next up, we have Bella Virgo Fashion. I love this. I wanted to show you guys this because it's not giving basic, but she does have those elements that we talked about. So a nice hat, some knee boots. Like, this is definitely not giving basic, but if you have those things in your closet, you can pull looks together. And this is a look, honey. You can pull some looks together very easily, right? Okay, and then who is it? It's me. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do so. It's just my name, Donyalewalton. But I'm just wanting to show you that a good pair of pants and a nice long sleeve top is going to take you places, okay? I have worn these several times. These pants actually, these are the pants that I wore with the graphic tee that I was telling you guys about. And on the surface, it didn't look like it would match at all, but it just worked together. It was like a Dennis Rodman t-shirt, like a Bulls t-shirt, but it was so cute. And then again, some nice basics, long sleeve basics that you feel good about. This is cropped, right? But definitely does not have to be cropped. I actually prefer a bodysuit unsnapped. Just tucked in, right? Just tucked in to where I don't have to worry about it coming up or anything. And then I can also wear like a cropped jacket if I want to without skin showing and being cold. Walk with me. It's girl math, okay? But this is just to show you that the slacks can take you far, okay? Get you a nice pair of pants. Okay, and I just started following Robin, but her style is impeccable. This look right here, this is all me. This is me. And this is what I mean by making sure that you get it right when it comes to a sweater dress, because sometimes they can go left, and I think sweater dresses are very unforgiving if they start hugging all the wrong places. So you have to make sure that you have the right undergarments on with sweater dresses. But this one is perfection, okay? Because it has that A-line, it has some details in the shoulders. It's like a mini, and then paired back to those knee-high boots that we've been talking about. And these are some knee-high boots, honey. I love these boots. All right, and then we're on to Jalen Face Over Matter. I love her style. This look got me written all over it. I will put this look on right now, today, okay? Again, a nice pair of slacks. Really, the girls aren't even wearing slacks with dress shoes no more, or dress shoes. Who say dress shoes? The girls aren't wearing slacks with like heels or anything. We're wearing them with sneakers, right? Because it's the juxtaposition of a dressier item with some sneakers. I don't know. It just gives so much style. So I love this, and I love how she paired it back to a nice bag. And then this one is also in a bone color, right? So do not be afraid of like a lighter color in the fall and winter. And then if you really want to, this don't match. None of this really goes together, but it does because it's all neutrals, okay? So her bone color bag, the black bomber, the slacks, and then the sneakers kind of tie it all together. You can wear all your neutrals together, girl. Okay. Oh, we're still on to my girl. But I wanted to show you how a nice coat. Now, this is a pop of color, right? So we didn't really discuss pop of color. However, you can do a really nice coat in a pop of color, especially a red, because in the fall and winter, you're typically doing a lot of blacks, a lot of creams, a lot of browns, some plaids even, and they're going to work really well with red. However, I wanted to show you this because it's a nice coat, right? We talked about having a nice coat and then being able to elevate the most basic of outfits. She has on a t-shirt and some leggings and some sneakers. But this is very cute, okay? If I ran to the grocery store in this, I would feel very cute, right? And so will you. So a nice coat can really do the job. You know, all the girls have been saying this season, the coat is the outfit, and it's true. The coat can be the outfit, so you want to make sure you have a nice coat and a good classic shape. You know, a nice wool coat, a long coat is going to take you really far because you can put it over just about anything. The knee boots are getting the job done, and I love how she's showing the versatility of a knee boot. So let's make sure we have those in our closet this season. And we're back to a hat. I'm telling you, get you some hats, girl. Don't be afraid of a hat. It may not be a baseball cap, but it could be, again, a nice beanie, a nice little, wool hat of some sort. But a hat is just a topper. You know, it's like a tree topper. You want to be cute in the fall and winter, get you a nice hat. Now, a hat is really seasonless to me, especially a baseball cap, because I wear them all year around. Okay, and this is Jasmine, and I wanted to show you again a slack. Now, she does have hers on with heels, and I love how fun this still is. Like, it's black. It's slacks. She has on heels. This can go very corporate, very fast, but it's still fun. She has a pop of color with the bag. She has a fun shoe. The shirt has some details on it, right? This is such a good look. And then last but not least, we have a Wilkie. I love this sweater. So she's hitting a few pieces here. The sweater and the coat. She has on a really nice coat, and this is going to take you places. I love how the coat is a neutral color, so you can wear it with just about anything. And then I love this like tone on tone look. That's another key to elevation, is like tonal looks. We'll talk about that in another video, but this is super cute. Get you a nice sweater and a nice coat. Okay, girls, so it is time for the beauty beat, because to me, looking pulled together also includes your beauty routine, your maintenance, however much or little you want to do, right? But looking pulled together still involves getting your hair together, making sure your skin is nice and clean, and all the things, right? So I just want to show you a few products that I am loving for the fall and winter. I don't know if these are like your essentials. Yeah, they could be your essential. I just want to talk about them. Can we just talk about them? Golly. First, it runs the gamut. I'm going to just tell you that. I've only have 3 products here, but they're like expensive, middle of the road, and then like, girl, what? Very cheap, very affordable. Okay, so let's start middle of the road. All right, the Belief Balms. This is the Aqua Balm Moisturizer. I am a oily girl. However, I am very concerned with my moisture barrier, because my esthetician was telling me like that causes all kind of problems when your skin is like stripped. So this is the True Cream Aqua Balm, and I have never felt anything like this on my skin before. Like, there's no other moisturizer that I've felt that feels like this. It has hyaluronic acid, as does everything at this point, niacinamide, and it's for combo to oily skin. So it's Aqua Balm, so it's super hydrating, super moisturizing, but it's for oily to combination skin. I love this stuff. I got this actually from Marshall's, but it's still in Sephora, so I'll leave the link. If you can't find it in Marshall's or TJ Maxx or something like that, I'm not sure if it was in TJ Maxx, but Marshall's for sure. I've seen it a few times, and I got a second one because it was only $16.99. I'll have to see how much it is at Sephora. Oh, compared to $28. Okay, so the True Cream Aqua Balm from Belief. Love it. Love it down. All right, let's go to the affordable, okay? Because the way me and my mom have stocked these things all around town, it's a little bit ridiculous. All right. It it is a body wash from the Dollar Tree. I have like 7 of these stored away, okay? Because this smells so good. It lathers so good. Like, I have some, higher end stuff in my shower right now that does not lather like this, doesn't smell like this, okay? It just says personal care as the brand. Obviously, it's from Dollar Tree. But this is the sea salt and cedar scent. Now, this one is my favorite scent, the sea salt and cedar. But I also have the vanilla and coconut. And then my daughter really let me tell you, it's a family thing. My daughter really likes the key lime and sugar scent, okay? $1.25, which is also a scam, because we're give me my 25 cents back, okay? I stand behind it. You already know what the bottle is giving. It's giving native, okay? And they're giving them a run for their money. So I really enjoy these personal care body washes. Last but not least, I just got this fragrance. And I'm scared for myself with this fragrance because we go together real bad. This is Infusion de Rhubarb from Prada. Y'all know I'm just taking a go at the name, okay? But it is rhubarb scented. And they have a few different fragrances in these bottles, but they have different colored tops, okay? I want to say it's like 5, maybe. They're all different colored tops. This one is the only one that smells good to me, okay? I am more of a sweet, fruity floral. I love a woodsy, smoky. Let me see what's some of my favorites. I like Jo Malone, Myrrh and Tonka. I love like a smoky, I can do a smoky, like masculine scent too, or I can go super fruity and feminine. I don't really like vanillas too much. I don't like roses too much, but I also don't like sugar. This is grown. You smell great. You smell great with this on. Let me put a little more, because, child, oh my God, you smell grown and you smell great. I don't know if I would particularly say this is a fall scent, but I don't care. Who cares? You smell good. I actually left it, thought about it, went back and grabbed it because it's just that good, okay? So, the Rhubarb Prada perfume, okay? I don't even know what a rhubarb smell like for real. But if it smell like this, count me in. All right, so that is the Beauty Beat. All right, now it's time to bring it home because style also includes your home, child. If your house is not up to par, it can throw you off. Your atmosphere plays a huge role in how you feel day to day, how you operate, all the things. So it's important, okay? So I wanted to show you some sconces that I got from Amazon that I have been loving. They have definitely been creating the vibe in my home, and they were so easy to install. I just used a screwdriver. I didn't need a drill or anything. I used a screwdriver. I installed them myself, and they come with a light bulb that you can take out and charge. And I get about maybe 3 to 4 nights of uses, and then I just charge them like during the day when I'm not using them, and then they're ready to go for another little moody night, okay? I love lighting a candle, turning on my sconces, getting me a nice little snack or dinner, watching my favorite show. Like, it is such a vibe. Do not underestimate the power of creating a vibe in your home. And these sconces definitely complete the look, add another little element of lighting. Chef's kiss, okay? And they come in a few different variations, so I'll definitely leave some links below. But if you're looking to elevate your space a little bit, maybe you need to put some on the sides of your bed, or like I have on the side of my TV. Sconces and that kind of moody lighting. Y'all know the big light is out. The big light is out. We're not turning on no big light, but we have lamps, we have sconces, we have candles to create the mood in the house. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference, and you'll just feel better in your home, okay? So I have some links for you for a few different sconces that I'm loving and the ones that I have here. All right, so that is all I have for today's episode. Let me know in the comments if you really enjoyed that. I enjoyed talking to you all. I feel like I'm at home. Me and you, we here, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video with a friend. If you have a friend who's been struggling, you ain't gotta tell her that she's been struggling. But maybe, she told you she was struggling with figuring out her wardrobe. Send her this video, okay? And make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Also, let me know what you want to see in the upcoming episodes. I have a few in the chamber, but I'm always interested to know what you guys want to see. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, girl.